All right. So good evening, everyone, and to teachers. So today we are going to do interview for our subject course, which is curriculum and approach to instruction. So this interview might be take around 20 until 30 minutes, and then I will start with myself, introduce myself. Okay. My name is Jiden Lau, anak John. I'm currently studying in Bachelor of Education, majoring in Bahasa Melayu, and in semester 6. And then I pass to the next person, Nur Ain.
Okay, my name is Nurain binti Omar. I'm from Bachelor of Education majoring in Bahasa Melayu and now I'm in semester 6.
My name is Intan Fartiha and I'm in semester 6.
Okay, my name is Irdiana binti Asral, and I'm currently in semester 6, and I'm taking Bahasa Melayu major.
Okay, my name is Mizan Aiman bin Muhammad Nasrin. I'm currently taking Bachelor Education and I'm currently in semester 1.
All right. Okay, thank you for the introduction. And the first question will be asked by Nur Ain binti Omar. Shall we start right now? Everyone is get ready? All right. Okay, we
Yeah.
start right now. The first question will be asked by Nur Ain.
Okay, teacher. The first question that I want to ask you is, could you tell us a bit about yourself and your educational background and previous school that you attend?
Uh, okay, my name is Anis Sofia binti Jeffrey, and I'm 30 years old. I've been a dedicated educator for the past 13 years. I began my teaching career at SMK Kennewick in 2011, and I am currently teaching at SMK Matu, located in Muka. I specialize in teaching English, focusing on my Form 1 and Form 3 students. I hold a bachelor degree for a university in Malaysia, which has equipped me with the knowledge and skills to effectively engage and inspire my students in their learning journey.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in teaching?
My inspiration to pursue a career in teaching stems from my passion for making a positive impact on young minds. Growing up, I was fortunate to have teachers who not only imparted knowledge but also nurtured curiosity and confidence. Seeing how they could shape students' future inspired me to do the same. I believe that education is the foundation for success and empowerment, and I wanted to be part of the journey for others. Teaching allows me to connect with the student, guide them through challenge, and celebrate their achievement, which is incredibly fulfilling for me.
I see. So what are some of your favorite hobbies or interests outside of your teaching? I mean, like out of the school.
Um, my motivation to choose my field of student in English stem from a deep appreciation for language and its power to connect people and ideas. From an early age, I was fascinated by how language shape our understanding of the world and how effective communications can bridge gaps between diverse perspectives. I wanted to immerse myself in a field that not only allowed me to explore the notes of language, but also enabled me to share the passion with others. Choosing English as specialization felt like a natural fit as it aligns with my desire to inspire and engage students through the beauty and complexity of language.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Now I will pass to the Intan. Yeah, Intan kan?
Okay, good evening, teacher. I would like to ask, how would you define differentiated instruction in your own words?
In my own words, different differentiated instruction in a teaching approach that tailors lesson and activities to meet the diverse needs, skills, and interests of each student. It involves adapting content, process, and assessment to ensure all students can access and engage with the material at their own level and pace.
And can you describe what is your understanding of why differentiated instruction is important in the classroom?
Differentiated instruction is crucial in the classroom because it acknowledges that students have varied learning styles, strengths, and needs. By tailoring instructions to these differences, it ensures that every student has the opportunity to engage with the material in a way that suits them best. This personalized approach helps to address gaps in understanding, challenges students at the individual levels, and fosters more inclusive learning environment where all students can succeed and feel valued.
My next question is, how does differentiated instruction align with your overall teaching philosophy?
Differentiated instruction is a key part of my teaching philosophy because I believe every child learns differently. By tailoring lessons to meet diverse needs, I ensure that each student can access the material in a way that suits them best. This approach not only supports individual growth, but only fosters a more inclusive classroom environment where all students feel valued and capable.
The next question is, what are some specific strategy you use to differentiate content for your student?
So, in my classroom, I use a variety of strategies to differentiate content. One key approach in tiered assignments, where I create tasks at different levels of difficulty based on students' readiness. For example, when teaching a story, I might provide simpler text for some students while offering more complex version for others. Another strategy is flexible grouping. I frequently change group based on the activity or skills being targeted, allowing students to work with peers who are at a similar level or who can challenge them. Lastly, I incorporate choice board. This gives students the autonomy to select activities that interest them or align with their strength, which help keep them engaged while meeting their individual learning needs.
Okay, my last question is, how do you approach differentiating the process of learning to accommodate different student needs?
In my approach to differentiating the learning process, I first assess the individual needs of each student through my observation and formative assessment. I then tailor my instructions by varying the contents process and product. For example, I might offer multiple types of learning activities such as visual aids, hands on projects, or group work to cater to different learning styles. Additionally, I provide tiered assignments that allow students to work at their own pace and level of difficulty, ensuring that everyone is both challenged and supported. Regularly, feedback and adjustment help me stay responsive to their evolving needs.
Okay, I will pass to Iriana to ask you a question.
Um,
Yes.
my question are, can you share examples of how differentiated the product or output that students are expected to produce?
So in my classroom, I differentiate the product by offering students various ways to demonstrate their understanding. For example, after a reading assignment, some student might write an essay, others could create a visual storyboard, and some might even choose to present a skit. That approach allows students to play their strengths and express their comprehensions in a way that suits their learning style.
My next
Next,
question
Alison.
are, how do you decide the differentiation strategy strategies to apply different students or groups?
In deciding which differentiation strategies to apply, I first assess the student's individual needs through observations, assessment, and understanding their learning styles. For example, if I notice that some students are more visual learners, I might incorporate more visual aids and graphic organizers. For students who struggle with reading, I might provide audio version of text or simplify the language. Grouping students based on their abilities or interests is also effective, allowing me to tailor activities to challenge advanced students while providing supports to those who need it. Regular feedback and flexibility are key as I adjust strategies based on ongoing progress.
My next question are, what challenges have you encountered when implementing differentiation instruction in your classroom?
So, one challenge I encountered with differentiated instruction in managing the diverse needs of students while ensuring that each lesson is engaging and effective. Balancing various learning styles and abilities required careful planning and constant adjustment. Another challenge is ensuring that all students receive the appropriate level of support without disrupting the flow of the lessons and creating an environment where some students may feel singled out. However, these challenges are manageable with ongoing assessment and flexibility in my teaching approach.
And my last question is, how do you handle situation where differentiation might lead to increased workload on planning time?
Okay, in handling situations where differentiation might increase workload or planning time, I prioritize effective time management and collaboration. I streamline my planning by using flexible lesson structures and pre-prepared materials that can be adapted for a different student's need. Additionally, I collaborate with colleagues and to share resources and strategies, which helps distribute the workload, and ensure that the differentiation is both manageable and effective. This approach helps me balance the demands of differentiation.
So I'll pass the next question to Jiden. Thank you, madam.
Come.
Okay, so my question is, can you provide an example of a time when differentiate instruction lead to a noticeable improvement in student learning?
So it can be noticed and assessed in student needs. It is because it includes the ongoing assessment, progress, monitoring, and observations to understand the needs, interests, and readiness of students will help to determine where the differentiation is needed. Moreover, I am implementing flexible grouping strategies will ensure that students are grouped in whole group instructions, small group instructions, small group that supports the larger group work, peer tutoring, or individualized instructions depending on the task and student needs. Next question.
All right. Next question is, how do you know when there's a particular differentiate strategy in your successful is giving instruction?
So it can be seen by the improvement academic per- performance by the students. I usually monitoring changes in students' grades, test scores, and assessment results. Successful differentiation should lead to improved performance and mastery of the content. Thus, this also leads to a better academic achievement for the students. It also increases students' participation, sorry, Successful differentiations often lead to higher level of engagement and enthusiasm for the subject matter. Gather feedback from students about their learning experience. Positive feedback regarding to the relevance and challenge of the materials can indicate that the differentiation strategy is resonating with them.
All right, my third question is there any particular activities or projects that you have found to be particularly effective in differentiating instruction?
In my opinion, using a choice board is a tool that offers students a variety of activity options to demonstrate their learning. Each option targets the same learning objective but caters to different interests and learning styles. Students can select activities that align with their interests, increasing motivation and engagement. For instance, activities can range from creating a poster, writing a story, and conducting an experiment catering to different learning preferences and abilities. In addition, I also usually implementing task grouping. Grouping involves arranging students into different groups based on their needs, interests, and learning styles. Groups are regularly adjusted to provide varied interactions and learning experience. Promotes peer learning and collaborations by allowing students to work with different classmates. It also enables target instruction and support based on current needs. As an illustration, in a science class, students might be grouped for hands-on experience based on their skill levels. One group might focus on basic concept while another tackles more advanced aspects of the experiments.
All right,
Next
and then
question.
my last question for my session is how you observe differentiate instruction impacting student engagement in your classroom.
So differentiated instructions can significantly enhance students' engagement in a classroom setting. When teachers tailor their teaching methods to accommodate various learning styles and abilities, students often feel more connected to the material. Differentiated instructions help students engage with material at their own level of understanding. When they encounter content that is appropriately challenging, they are more likely to experience success, which builds confidence and encourage further engagement. It also enhances the better understandings for the students. When instruction is tailored to individual needs, students can grasp concept more truly. These deeper understandings can lead to increased curiosity and an eagerness to delve into the subject matter, fostering a more engaged learning environment.
All right, thank you. And then I will pass the last session to Mizan Aiman bin Muhammad Nasri.
Okay, thank you,
All right.
Jiven. So, good evening, teacher. So, I will ask you a
Yeah.
few questions. So, my first questions is what changes have you noticed in student achievement as a result of implementing differentiated instructions?
So, as far as I'm concerned, it improved the understanding and mastery student in learning. Students often demonstrate a better grasp of content when instructions is tailored to their individual learning styles and needs. Differentiation allows for target support, which helps students build a stronger foundation in the material. For example, students who receive instruction in multiple formats like visual, auditory, kinesthetics may show improvement in comprehensions and retentions of informations.
Okay, thank you. So my next question is, can you describe any feedback you have received from students about their experience with differentiated instructions?
So the positive feedback I have received from students are students often report feeling more engaged with their learning when given choices that align with their interests of learning styles. They tend to say, I enjoyed the project because I could choose a topic that I'm passionate about, which made the work more interesting. They also started to appreciate the opportunity to work at their own pace and receive support to tailor to their individual needs. They tend to say it was helpful to have a different levels of activities and I could work on what I understood well and get extra help where I needed it. Next questions.
Okay, so my third question is, what types of professional development have you found helpful in enhancing your skills and differentiated instruction?
From my point of view, also focus strategy. These sessions often include interactive components where the educators can practice implementing techniques. It provides educators with actionable strategies and tools that they can immediately apply in the classroom. For instance, workshop might focus on creating tired assignment or designing effective choice board, allowing teachers to collaborate on developing these tools. In addition, coaching and mentoring involve working with experienced coach or mentor who provides personalized guidance and feedback on implementing differentiated instruction in the classroom. For individualized support, it offers target personalized support tailored to the specific needs and goals of the educators. While reflective practice, it encourages reflective practice, helping educators analyze the teaching methods and make improvements. For example, a coach might observe classroom instructions, provide feedback on differentiations techniques, and suggest adjustments to better meet students' needs.
Okay, thank you. So my fourth question, are there are any specific resources, tools, or materials that you use to support your differentiated instruction practices?
Based on assessment data, select the materials that best suits your student needs and provide support
Okay, guys.
such as text, audio, images, games, manipulatives, and online tools. To present the same content in different ways, I also use materials that vary in complexity, difficult, and depth. To challenge students according to their readiness level, I will make sure that materials are relevant, engaging, and aligned with my learning objectives and standards. In addition, to specific tools to support my differentiation instructions. For I usually include technology tools in learning. These methods will increase the engagement in learning. For instance, I usually use Khan Academy as tools provided to provide personalized learning experience and resource across various subjects. Moreover, I also use Google Classroom to allow easy distributions or differentiated materials and assignments. Next questions.
Okay, my last question is, how do you stay updated on new strategies and the best practices for differentiated instruction.
So the way I decided to keep up to date, my strategies are participated in educational workshop and conference focus on differentiated instructions and educational innovations. For instance, look for events hosted by organizations like AACD, Associations for Supervisions and Curriculum Development, or the International Society Technology in Education. Other than that, I also spend most of my time to read professional journal. For example, I read journals like Teaching Exceptional Children and the Journal of Educational Research. Often features articles on differentiation. In another ways, I also read books and ebooks. That is my answer.
Okay,
Uh, that's all for now, madam. That's our question. So thank you for your time and thank you for giving us the fullest cooperation to complete our assignment. And I hope that me and my teammates giving you the best cooperation too.
Thank
And
you,
thank you for
madam.
inviting me.
All
Thank
right.
you
So
for your time, madam.